Welcome back everyone to another exciting episode of Final Fantasy VII with Truth Like Gaming, me, the channel. Welcome back to an exciting episode of Let's Get That Gold Chocobo. Part 1. Part 2 should be out later tonight. If you're still watching my channel, you'll be waiting for it. First thing we want to do is to know exactly what we want is the gold chocobo. This chocobo thing that we're riding here. But by doing that, we need to know a few basics on breeding and exactly what we need to do to get there. First, we need to know how to get the black chocobo and the wonderful chocobo. So what we're going to do is go through all the steps to get those. The wonderful chocobo is a little bit easier because we can actually capture that. So first I'm going to show you what the black chocobo looks like. This one, it's just a different colour, but it's stronger and it has more attributes, and it's the one that we need to get. So what we need to make is the black chocobo, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So first we need to know how to breed. First we need to go to the other side and talk to the old guy and buy all the stables. This is the kid, the father is the other side, and you have to buy all the stables out. So by doing that you need a lot of money. What you need to do is buy all materia from Fort Condor, like I said in my last video. Go take a look at that. And then we need to come here, which is near the last area that we were in, where we found Cloud, and we need to go around the area. We need to find two of these. They're kind of like these worm kind of things, and they roll up. We need to find a chocobo with it, and that is going to be the good chocobo. Now we need a good chocobo and a great chocobo. So this is going to be the great chocobo, and the good chocobo we can get from any other normal one. It's basically right near where the start is, next to where you're going. Now this one here that I'm at near the icicle peaks is the wonderful chocobo, but we don't want it with a wolf and a bunny. We need it to be the two bunnies, like this one. So we need the two bunnies with the chocobo, and that's how you're going to know it's going to be a wonderful chocobo. Once you've got those two things, and the good chocobo and the great chocobo, then we can start this process there. So it might take a while, so until you can get it, because you might not get it straight away. Basically what you have to do is throw the mythical greens, or like I've been using the different types of greens from the chocobo stage. I eventually got my wonderful choco. There we go. We can send it back to the stables. There we go. We got our 3 chocobos. What I've gone and done is sped up the process by getting the wonderful chocobo after getting the good and the great chocobo. And what we want to do is we want to breed the 2 good and the great chocobo so that we can get a green and a blue chocobo. What they're called is the land and the land chocobo, which is the green one, and the land one, which is the green one, and the blue one is the land one, because it can go across the land, across the water. And the mountain chocobo, which is the green one, it basically can go over land and mountains, things like that. Right, so we've got our good chocobo and our great chocobo, and what we need to do then is we need to go in some basics of breeding. So what you do is you have to name them a certain name. So what I'm going to do is going to name it either the good G Choco or the great Choco. So it needs to be great. So I got my Wonder female, and then I got 2 Wonder females, so that's not good. So I have my male and my female for that later, and we have the great Chocobo here. So potentially we can just breed it with the wonderful one instead of going for the great one. This will help us by having the male and the female wonderful Chocobo. It will help me with a great Chocobo if I breed it with the wonderful one instead of the great one or the good one, because now I can speed up the process and we can skip a few stages so that we can get straight to the chances of getting the one that we need. So the next step, you want to keep saving and exiting until you get the right one. So if I've got a good one, I want a male, so I want to get the female one. So we need to keep exiting and then running in to the stables here, and then we need to talk to them until we get the right one. Now what we need now is just outside of here is the good Chocobo. Well, that one is going to have 2 ostriches in it, and it'll be the Chocobo with the 2 ostriches. Once you've got that, you can carry on. So now we need to choose the 2 that need to breed, and we get rid of the other one. So then we need to use a carob nut, which you can get from the Bone Village. You need to find the T-Rex enemy, and you need to steal from it. So now we got a new Chocobo. You need to get the right one, and once we got that, it should be okay. So as you can see, I now have my great Chocobo. You talk to him and it'll tell you when you're moving it into the stable whether it's a good Chocobo or a great Chocobo. As you can see, that one isn't. It's got its head down and it's not that good. So you want to get rid of it and release it. So then when you're moving it in, you want it to say what it is. So you want to keep doing it until you got the right one. So next, what we want to do is grab the 2 Chocobos that we're about to breed, and we need to go to the golden saucer. What we need to do is get it from a D rank to a C rank to a B rank to an A rank. So basically, potentially, we're going up to C rank now, and once we've done that, we can go up to the next level. So there's 3 stages: C, B and A. So potentially we're already on the C, so we want to go to B and then to A and then to S, but we want to get it to the A standard to start off with, because it's only the last 2 that really need to be in the S rank. That's the wonderful chocobo and the black chocobo. So what we're doing potentially is we've got our wonderful chocobo, our good chocobo, and our great chocobo, and we're going to be leveling all of them up to A. And once we've done that, we can proceed with the next step. And as you can see, I've got my chocobos there that I'm racing, and you keep racing and racing until you've won about 6 to 8 games. That should get you your level up, but you can't really lose a game. If you lose one, then you have to keep winning, so you need to be consecutive. So once we've done that and we've rose our ranks up to the A rank, we are ready for the next stage there. Next, we want to hop on back to the airship there, folks, and we need to go to the stage here. As you can see, it's in the mountains, it's in between, and this is the great chocobo stage. Now he's the one that we're going to be buying all the greens from, and as you can see, you're going to need a lot of money to buy all this. So you want to have been leveling up the all materia or any of the materia. As you can see, each star level represents how much experience you've actually used it, and the all materia, for some unknown reason, it levels up very fast. So what you want to do is go into any forest area, and then once you've done that, you want to level up the materia and then sell it to the chocobo stage, because then that's going to give you the most amount of money. And once we've done that, we're back to the chocobo races, and once we've leveled it up to the A, we're ready to go. So we're ready on to the next one. As you can see, this is what I've done. I've leveled them up like this. It's really good because you've got the ×3 on the PlayStation 4 or anything else. Next, what we want to do is we want to get the blue chocobo. So by doing that, we need to give it the right greens and the right nut. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and get the ingredients. So we've had to go to the great chocobo stage to get the greens, and we need to get the right nut. So you should have come across the cherub nuts. That's what we're going to be using until the end, and then we're going to need a Zeo nut for the last one, and I'll show you where that is in the second part, because this is going to go over the amount of time that I want to do it. So we want to give the amount of greens to upgrade it for the chocobo races. That's what we want to do. We want to give it intelligence so we can guide it to where we want. We want to be able to, we don't want it to disobey us. So once we've done that, we should be good to go, and it will give enough speed and intelligence, so, and it will give it loads of stamina, because that's generally what it does. And once you've used the carob nut again, you'll eventually get the blue one and the green one, and as you can see, that's how we're going to get them. And you can see it's the same process that I've been trying to do. You want a male and a female for each one, so that you can keep doing it until you've got the right colours. And then once we've got the land and the mountain chocobo, the blue and the green one, then we should be able to keep on going. So you have to make sure they're the right sex there, the males and the females, so that we can breed them until we get the right ones. And as you can see, I've already got the blue one. We're trying to get the green one here. And as you do, you just have to reset and then keep going until you got the right one. And you want the good one and the great one Like I said, I showed you where those are at the beginning of the episode, so you should know exactly what I'm talking about by now. It's basically rinse and repeat until you get the right kind of ones that you need. So until you got the things that you need, then you keep going until you get it. So next we need to go off and we need to get the green chocobo. So we need to go back to the places that we've been to get the good and the great chocobo. Now what it looks like is these two here. This is the right one that you need so that you can get the right chocobo. Now once we've done that, we need to keep sending them back until we get the right ones, the male and the females, so that we have the right sexes again. Until we get that, we need to keep releasing them and capturing them until we got the right amount, because obviously we've only got 8 slots. No wait, I think we have 6 slots. I believe we have 8 slots. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's either 6 or 8. So you have to make sure that you got the right amount of space. So you want a wonderful chocobo, you want the blue chocobo, you want your good and great chocobo. So then once you've done that and you got that, you need to keep your good or your great one, whichever one, and then capture the good chocobo, which is the right one. So one you want it male, female, and then you want the other one to be female, male. If you get what I'm trying to talk about, then you should understand this. It's pretty simple. Once you've done that, you can then breed the second lot and get the green one, because one will give you the blue and one will give you the percentage of the green one there, folks. Make sure you don't get too confused, because the next part is going to be a little bit more difficult. So once we've done that, we'll eventually give it the greens and upgrade it until we've bred it with that, until we can get the green chocobo. And as you can see, I'm about to breed it, and I kept doing it until I got the green one. So what you're going to be seeing next is me basically doing what I've just said, and eventually I've managed to get my green chocobo. It took a while, but we eventually got there, folks. Now, as you can see there, class A with the class S, or the class A and A. You get a higher chance when they're at a higher level. And you want to give them the carob nut again, and then once you've done that, you do it until you get the green one. And as you can see, I've managed to get my green chocobo. There we go, we've got the green chocobo. So we've got both the chocobos we need, so now we can breed them. So what we need to do, as you know how it goes. So we need to go back to Golden Saucer and play some more chocobo races. Yay! So let's go ahead and do that. So once you've done that, you can pretty much see the pattern there, folks. Once we've done that, you basically need to use the land and the mountain, the blue and the green chocobo, and do the same thing that you've been doing so far. But you have to make sure the green and the blue chocobo are male and female. So beforehand, when you're doing it, make sure they're the right ones. So that's all I say. Don't waste all that time trying to breed them all and then get them wrong. Just make sure they're the right ones. The way I did it, I did 2 separate ones. So I did one and then I did the next one. Don't try and do too much, else you won't get there. So once you've done that, as you see, I've got the black chocobo and the wonderful chocobo, and I'll show you that in the next episode. So here I am. This is something I'm going to show you in the next one. I'll go over it shortly. It's my all material. You can see all the blue ones at the bottom. I'm leveling it up. Now what I was going on about with the great chocobo sage is selling it to him means you can shorten the kind of amount of places that you need to go. Selling it to him means you can buy your greens for your chocobos and the nuts if you need them, which will help certain chocobos feel better, things like that. Last thing is, in the next episode we're going to be going over the next things, the golden chocobo bit, and then I'm going to make a couple more episodes about the weapons and everything, and limit breaks and all that sort of stuff, like tidbits that we can do just before the end. After this, I'm going to be doing the rest of Persona Royal, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've got Borderlands 3 coming out, so I hope you liked all this. Give it a thumbs up if you have. If you're new to my channel, hit the red subscribe button so that you can see more videos. Hit the bell, turn all notifications on so you can see every video as it comes out. And thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.